Press play? I don't know.
There. It's doing it.
Starting?
You're live.
No video for us? Right click that where it says go to live control room.
Right click it.
Uh-huh. Huh?
Open in a new tab.
Yeah. No. That's not it.
Don't you
Go
just,
ahead and delete that tab.
Don't you just left click it?
No, it'll take you from this room
Okay.
and give you a room that's incomplete. Press play on the video. Oh, privacy, public. Zero watching. Did you press play on that video?
Yes.
Click it. Okay.
There's 2 people watching now.
How come we can't see what we're looking at?
I think you click on this to go to the control room.
Alright, try it, I guess.
No.
I just lost the description. All of it. And I'm live.
Yeah, there's 2 people watching it.
Can you kind of add that description now? To the 2 people watching, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
You're doing it through a completely different...
Right, I'm doing it through actual streaming, not a webcam, but I'm still using my my Lumix as a webcam here. So it's a little bit different. So I'm sorry for not being ready to go. There's a 10-second delay also for us. So can you just add just remember the title, video title? Small head sculpture.
Sketch.
Clay sketch, yeah. Sketch-Cosclay. Sorry guys, I just lost the video description and the title and all that. What threw me off was I had no... Is it still... Yeah, I had no video going, so I didn't know if it was working or not. But this is supposed to be 1080p, 60 frames a second. Anybody... Is there anybody can say hi? Maybe test out this chat box.
That.
Just either one, it don't matter. Just you shouldn't have to do any of that.
Okay.
Hello, is anybody there?
There's 8 people watching.
So I could just go on and hope it was working correctly. Be nice if someone said, yeah, I got it. I can see and hear you. Everything's good. Go for it. Can I get one of those? What is that down there? Did it just go? Scroll down. That is a message. Message. Hey guys, can I get someone to comment on this live stream to make sure that I'm even connected? It says people are watching, but I'm not sure. Can anybody leave a comment on this video? I'm seriously doubting 9 people are watching. and then not just saying hi, everything's good. I don't know if you hear me.
Do you want me to write like?
Yeah, something. Can you say, hey, is anybody here? Why is that so hard to see?
Chat's closed.
X that off. I don't want it to be closed.
I think it is closed. That's the reason why it did that. No?
Enable live chat.
It's click.
So no one says just.
There's 11 people watching.
So I have no way of knowing if this works because no one can respond. Can anybody type any message on this live for me before I get going? I'd like to be able to know that y'all are able to chat, or do I need to stop it and fix this? Oh, hold on. I could have swore I turned this one. That's on.
Yeah, see, it's showing.
Okay, go back to the Google and just go to another tab that you're not in now. Yeah, that's fine. And portrait on the right, the icon. Click that. Go to my channel. Alright, cool. That's live now. Click that. Live now. Channel. They're hearing me. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. Alright, cool. That's live now. Click that. Live now. Channel. Alright, but you have to mute. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. You have to mute that. Alright, cool. That's live now. Click that. Live now. Okay, explanation time. Alright, but you have to mute. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. I would mute apparently that's live now. Video out. It doesn't. Okay, explanation time. Alright, but you have to mute. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. I would mute apparently that's live now. Video out. It doesn't. Okay, explanation time. Alright, but you have to mute. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I didn't know y'all. I would mute apparently that's live now. I don't do this. It doesn't. Okay, I did it in a new format. Alright, but you have to mute. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh, I didn't know y'all. I would mute apparently. I don't do this. Okay, I did it in new TV. We turned the TV off. It was doing it backwards. Hi guys, you see this thing? I showed it in the other little thing, other video. I thought I would make that really quick using this. I got this leaning over to the side because it's so long. Hi guys, you see this thing? I showed it in the other little thing. Stand it up because I got the camera pretty close. I thought I would make that really quick using this. It's actually 6 inches away. And I have this set on 1080p, 60 frames a second. I got the camera pretty close. It should be pretty fluid, like, you know, the movement. It's actually 6 inches away. And I figured this set 1080p, 60 frames a second would be a lot less demanding than 4K, 30 frames a second. You know, the movement. It's actually 6 inches away. So anyways, I got this old loop tool. I was going to use this to make my new head on. 4K, 30 frames a second.
Turn off the audio echo.
So anyways, I got this old loop tool. I was going to use this to make my new head on. 4K, 30 frames a second.
Turn off the audio.
Alright, y'all have to give me a second to figure out the audio echo. Close the tab. Is there an extra tab open? Alright, y'all have to give me a second to figure out the audio. Okay, did the audio echo go away? Close the tab. Is there an extra tab open? Alright, y'all have to give me a second to. We have to wait. Figure out the audio. Okay, did the audio echo go away? Okay, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get the screech to go away. That's completely muted. Okay, did the audio... Wait, if you're not doing anything in there, go ahead and close that. Okay, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get the screech to go away. And you have the volume turned down completely on that? Muted?
It's completely muted.
Wait, if you're not doing anything, why would there be an audio echo?
I don't
Okay, I'm
know.
working on it. I'm trying to get the screech to go away. Do you guys still hear the audio echo?
It's completely muted on here.
Why would there be an audio echo?
I don't
Okay, I'm
know.
working on it. I'm trying to get the screech to go away. She can, but still hear the does everybody hear it? Because if it's an end user problem, then I can't fix it. But I could keep going. She can, might still hear it. Does everybody hear it? Because if it's an end user problem, then I can't fix it. But I could keep. Why would there be an audio echo?
I don't know, because the only thing you have is that, can you turn your mic off and turn it back on, and maybe that's...
No. Echo is still there, but just for you, Princess?
Because the only thing you have
Anybody else has the audio echo?
Everybody is getting the audio echo.
No. Echo is still there, but just for you, Princess? I have a shotgun mic plugged into the camcorder.
Everybody is getting the audio echo.
No. Echo is still there, but just for you, and that's it. I have a shotgun mic. There's nothing into the camcorder.
The only other thing is this.
Echo is still there, but just for you.
There's no audio on it in your room.
There's nothing. Right, it's just us talking.
The only other thing is this.
I'll try to unplug it. Alright, I just unplugged my shotgun mic. Right, it's just us talking. It has something to do with OBS. I'll try to unplug it. Alright, I just unplugged my shotgun mic. Hold on, it might have something to do with... I'm using OBS. I'll try to unplug it. First time as well. Settings. Alright, I just unplugged my shotgun. Output maybe. Hold on, it might have something to do with... I'm using... You're in streaming, so first time as well. We need to see something that has something to do with audio. Settings. Output maybe. Hold on, it might have something to do with... You're in streaming, so first time as well. We need to see something that has something to do with audio. No, hit the audio tab. Output maybe. Desktop audio. We need to see something that has something to do with...
Is it default?
No, hit the audio tab. Disable it. Alright, see if that helped. Let's go back to the Google tab. And a screech. Alright, I just disabled something in OBS. I'm playing my own live stream.
It's gone.
Did it go away?
Sorry.
Oh gosh. 2 hours later, he figures out the audio. Oh my gosh. It was something in OBS. I should know all this stuff, but you gotta start somewhere, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for being patient, everybody. I'm gonna thank you in advance. Now it's quiet. But you can still hear me, right, Heidi? There's a little bit of a delay, but that's not bad. Now quiet, so it's good. Alright. Alright, so I showed you this the other day. I went live and I just kind of showed you this thing. So I'm thinking about doing that again with this. It's just a little hand tool. I'm not using it for anything. He's fine. I'm gonna add some foil around this little part right here. This is foil tape. I'm doing that to kind of make a ball, so it's gonna hold it. If I just leave the bare wire there, it'll cut into the clay as I mess with it. At least I would imagine. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. Are they growling at each other?
They're fighting, yes.
My cats are fighting. I don't know why. They never fight, and all of a sudden I go live and now they're fighting.
It's because Tigger doesn't want Chloe in here.
I know, he's greedy. Alright, so I added foil around this thing to kind of make it where it'll bite that clay a little bit more. I got some clay rolled out here on the thickest setting of the pasta machine. This is Cosclay, the gray. How's that look? There's a little bit of a delay.
Don't worry about the delay, honey.
Alright.
But they're talking to you.
It's a cute face. Yeah, it's just a little quick little thing. I like to do that sometimes. I do it off camera, but I rarely do anything off camera, which is a little weird. I thought this would be something simple to do anyways, but I just took this sheet of clay and I'm wrapping around that. So now we have at least one full sheet, and it won't turn as much. I can kind of mess with this now.
We got another comment.
Another comment. I love seeing what you do with cosplay. Yes, I need to do something with cosplay. I need to see me do something with cosplay too.
You have a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, I have a bunch of it here.
You got the beta clay.
I have 2 pounds left of the beta clay, and I'm gonna just roll out another piece of this, a little thinner.
Quiet Inspiration said the delay is a YouTube feature. It's meant as some kind of security.
Yeah, I suppose. Won't make sense to me, anyways. I'm already quite big here on this. I wanted to do something real small like that, but I guess it doesn't matter what size it is. I'm just trying to add clay and build out. Like right here will be the bottom of the chin. This will be the back of the head. Is it in focus? I'll worry you. Oops.
Black Cat wants to know how firm is that firm? Hard or easy to use?
It's...
She got the color pack.
I just did the conditioning to it, and it feels kind of like super Sculpty, but a little stickier. It has really good tack. I mean, you can feel it in your fingers, which I think is a good thing. So it'll bite to itself pretty well. It feels really close. You know how these clays are. They from brand to brand, they all have their own unique feel. They have their own signature feel to them. Or at least I think. I haven't tried them all, but okay. How firm is that firm? But no, it's not very hard at all. But this is conditioned very well. It's a little rocky. See, there's the stuff in the box. It's a little rocky. Like, you have to condition it. It'll come out crumbly. But it's not dry once you get it going, that's for sure. So what I'm doing here is basically goofing off. We're going to try and make us a little face. I'm going to aim for this to be the back of the head because it's got that cranial where it comes out. So this thing at least has a brain.
Diana commented. She said she's glad you're working with Cosclay.
Yes, I want to work exclusively with Cosclay, to be honest, from here on forward. That really won't make a big difference to people that are following that aren't using Cosclay, because you could do the same. You could use whatever clay you're wanting to use. It's just yours won't have that durability or flexibility unless you order this stuff, which is still not available to the public. They did a thing with Kickstarter, which is now over, and I got my Kickstarter clay. I did a video on that, actually. So much.
Yeah, Black Cat just made a comment. She says, thanks, Good thing she has a pasta roller. She's gonna try it when it rolls out in stores.
Yeah, just do little amounts at a time. I just broke off a few little piles and kind of pushed them together first, and then put them through on the thickest setting. Keep folding it over. I probably over condition. I like to make sure it's well done. There's no air bubbles in it or anything after I'm done.
Yeah, another comment.
So I think where we're going to start with this on this little guy is the eyes. But I got just a basic little form here. This is nothing accurate. I mean, you want to look at it this way, and then you want to look at it sideways. Make sure it's kind of the same all the way around. But I don't think I got anything complex going on here. I didn't do much. What? Oh.
You need to pay attention.
Oh, well, you help me. You help me. You're my comment helper.
Arturo, he says it's so cool to actually see you working in real time.
Yes, I think this is really cool too. Except for the awkwardness of me not knowing what the heck's going on and I'm trying to figure this stuff out also. But yes, this is really, really cool. I'll get better at it. But I'm going to poke 2 little eye sockets on this thing. How's that look?
Quiet wants to know, is this a puppy, rabbit, troll, monkey?
Yeah, probably.
I remember that crazy movie.
Oh, yeah. No, this will be
Puppy
way
monkey.
better than that. And those eyes are way too close. Hold on a minute. I suppose it don't matter. I don't know why I'm covering it up. This is just a visual marker.
Diana says, can't wait till I get it, but saw you doing it with Kickstarter. So glad you're working on trying to do working and we can ask, so learning learning together.
Yeah. I agree. Now, it ain't going to be in focus, but I got these little balls of clay. It's just to help me grab a little piece of clay and I can quickly roll it out into a snake because it's already balled up for me. It's nothing really special going on there. Those are all conditioned clay that I cut off of the sheet that you just seen earlier. So I'm just rolling this out, and I'm doing that so I can cut it into pieces that I know that are going to be the same. And y'all seen me do this in my videos if you've been a subscriber. If you're new watching this, you're still just hanging out, haven't subscribed yet, I would encourage you to subscribe. I think that would be awesome.
Princess says, I'm so curious about how it will act as jewelry. Most people seem to be using it the same way they do in polymer clay. I like to see its unique features. Keep pushing the clay to its limits.
Right, so basically what you're saying is, that's a good comment right there. You want to see some jewelry done with it. And I can do that, actually. What we need to do, I think, is we need to make a cane first. Something just kind of, maybe a scrap cane, because scrap canes can wind up being real nice looking.
I think she's wanting to see how much detail and stuff it holds too.
Yeah.
To be able to get the
to make an
features.
image from a cane and then start reducing it and cutting it and slicing it. Yeah, I should do a cane video. Just a simple, like maybe a bullseye cane, y'all. So I got 2 little eyes on this thing. Look how alive it is already. No. And that's still in focus. Am I keeping in squared with the center of the screen pretty good, guys? Try not to.
Diana says, I want to try to do a BJD. I think it would do so much better than polymer clay.
I don't know what that is.
Puppy monkey troll earrings. Princess says, I wasn't trying to suggest you do anything. I love seeing anything you do.
Right, but I'm open to suggestions. I might not. That doesn't mean I'm going to do them, but it certainly does help to know if a lot of people are wanting to see one thing or another thing. But this is hopefully that's too far away to show up in copyrights.
She says, sorry, ball jointed doll is what BJD is. She wants to do a
Oh,
ball jointed doll.
yeah. That would be something real
Yeah,
beneficial to.
especially with that clay because it's not going to be as
It would
brittle.
forgive. Yes.
Yeah,
Alright, so I got 2 pieces of clay here. They're
it's.
supposed to be the same.
I saw yesterday that Cosclay is going to do another kickstart, sort of around 2.
Yeah, well, what I heard actually from one of the people that own it, one of the owners I spoke with, and they said what they're wanting to do is they're going to temporarily just start selling off what's left over from the Kickstarter. They're going to sell all that. Okay, so these are the same.
I got your back quiet.
Alright, so that is looking pretty good, right? It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot better than what my webcam was doing. We
Yeah.
can agree with that. What was I just talking about? Yeah, so whatever was left over from that Kickstarter campaign, they're planning on selling that. And right now I'm just adding clay above this eye, and I rolled a little, just some tapered snake. See my tapered snake?
Cassie V wants to know if you can share your experience with baking times and thicknesses.
Yes, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. There is something I noticed with the beta clay, that the temperature, the suggested temperature, which is the common one, 275 degrees, I found that to be it needed to be a little hotter than that by maybe 10 degrees. So I'm going to do a test with this clay actually and find out. You can test it to find the maximum strength, because when you try to force it to break, the area under that high stress turns white. It'll start turning white, and that's your utmost strongest strength that you can have with this clay. Anything less, it'll break like a pickle.
A pickle?
Yeah, it'll snap like a pickle, real crisp snap. So I want to do the test since this is closer to the finished product. At least I would assume. Am I in focus? Hold on. There we go. So I added these 2 pieces of clay. You gonna help me with those comments?
Eyebrow game is fierce.
Well, it's not eyebrows. I'm actually building out skin around this. So what I could do is I can come back with more clay like this, like another little thing behind it, and add that there, and just tool them together, and you build out the clay. I don't know. I do clay a little weird. I might do it differently than other people because it's self-taught.
And then Black Cat says she wants to use her Cosclay color pack to make orchid flowers plants first, but then we'll try bending earrings.
Yeah. So like maybe a rose, a Skinner blend of pink to white, and do the rose petals or something that would be delicate. Any flower basically.
Yeah, that's what she said. Good for making delicate flowers. Okay, Quiet says, did you figure out if you need a second camera for recording?
I do not know yet. And if I can't figure this stuff out, I'll just change the dynamics of the perk to where it's not necessarily that.
It would basically be streams like this,
Just
exclusive.
extra streams. I want to do streams for the whole channel, but maybe members could have even more streams. Something like this, something simple, like a little clay sketch. I don't know if you would like to see stuff like this. Something easy to get into. I want to make a little lizard again. That lizard I made, Sushi, he died. I don't know if y'all know that or not. My cat jumped on it. I guess he thought it was a big old lizard. And
He's always bringing me lizards.
yeah. So here we got this thing so far. We're going to set this to the side. I want to work on the nose now. And the way I did the nose over this, on this one, this guy, was really cool how I did that. What I need is 2 even parts again. See.
Jamie Messer says, yes, I love this. I'm going to enjoy seeing more live tutorials Princess says, you know you did a good job if you fooled the cat.
Yeah. Oh, I was, yeah. Part of me, that's a good comment. Part of me was impressed. I was like, wow, he looked that real, Tigger. But then the other part of me was like, why did you do that? You just broke my...
I love sushi.
Right, I want to make another big one, like it, and cast it. That way I can make resin copies and then cover them with polymer clay canes. Because it was gorgeous on the wall. I think I could have maybe even got rid of a few of them, to be honest. I missed mine and want to make it again, so... Alright, I just rolled these. This is a snake I cut in half. I don't know if you can see without me changing the focus. But I'm just going to cut two off to where I got two that are relatively the same size. Like this.
Kind of blurry. Quiet says you should set up and share a PayPal account so YouTube doesn't get half of your donation money.
Oh, that's a real good comment. Quiet. I'm glad you brought that up just now because I actually want to make a video on that. That's called, this would be the title of the video.
I think.
Super Chat versus PayPal, the pros and cons. Because believe it or not, they both have, there's pros and cons to both of them, believe it or not. I can let y'all know right now it's something, but I still want to make an actual video about that.
I think she suggested that last time.
Right.
On the...
Okay, the pros to super chatting is it can influence other people to do it. It's built in through YouTube, so when people do that, it may influence other people to do it. The cons to super chat is, yes, they take 30 to 40% of what you make. It's quite steep, but like I said, the pro can make it worth it.
Heidi.
Oh wow. Thank you, Heidi. You didn't have to. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for helping me do what I'm doing here. That's gonna definitely help.
I remembered her name, but there's two Heidis on
yes,
here.
Yes, there is two Heidis.
And Black Cat is a Heidi also.
So, okay, the pros and cons of actually using PayPal is, well, obviously the pros is you get the entire amount of money that goes to you because it's yours. And the con would be is it's not influencing other people to do it unless they actually verbally mention it. So they both, have their strengths and weaknesses, I think. Do you see what I did there? Adding a ball of clay in the middle. Am I down too low? Get that. I should have a black background right here.
Heidi from Canada says true. I think that's where she said she was from last time.
Yeah. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's the thing. Like what Heidi just kindly demonstrated was the super chat, and there are also stickers, I guess. Need lots of viewers for that to matter. Well, oh, the super chat? That's not really. Are you talking about the super chat, Heidi? For it to matter?
You got a new viewer. Hello, all from Suffolk, UK. Hi, Anne's Crafty Littler Things.
Hi. Thank you for showing up. Or for, checking this out. I'm doing an unannounced live stream of pretending like I can sculpt something here. Right now this is I'm trying to make this thing I made the other night all casually and easily. This is already turning out a little different, as you can see.
The other Black Cat, or the other Heidi says, intended as a compliment. That reminds me of a character from Sesame Street.
Yeah, like a Fraggle Rocker.
Did I just age myself?
Yeah, Sesame Street.
No, Sesame Street's still going on.
It is. It's a little different than it was.
Oh, way different.
But,
And Diana says the background doesn't distract.
Oh, the white.
Heidi says Nova Scotia. That's where she's from. So, Canada. She's saying, Anne said it's 4 a.m. there. It's 10:55 p.m. here.
Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. Yes. Hey, that's really good.
He gets called the Bob Ross of
Yes.
clay.
I get called Bob Ross a lot. And I take that as a compliment myself because he's, you know, it was weird. I've never really seen him until recently because as a kid, I didn't get to watch TV. It was whatever the parent was watching, and they weren't watching Bob Ross. Let's just say that. So I never really knew him. I mean, I knew him, but I never really watched him. So when we went to check him out one day, my jaw dropped because, see, I don't know my dad. I don't know his name or whatever. And I'm like, that could have been my freaking dad. Maybe. I don't know how old he is. The mannerism was just very similar. And it's not surprising because I'm pretty, gentle-mannered, I guess.
No, William Alexander is better and taught Ross all he knows.
Oh, people getting real.
Yeah, Heidi, remember we had this conversation last time. And then Anne's crafty littler thing, she says she makes dollhouse things with clay. Like the furniture and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
maybe. And then Princess says calm and relax, go with the flow.
Yeah, I don't feel as nervous now, especially with Missy with me. By the way, that's who's chatting with us. My wife, Missy. She's the reason this channel even exists. She, when things were hard, she didn't tell me to move on and do something else. It was always me working on YouTube. So she funded all this pretty much. And I want to thank her for that. But now I'm doing the clay around the bottom of the eyes. Trying to. I just rolled out another snake, cut it in half. That gives you... Let me know if I'm ever out of shot.
Okay. Black Cat said she was 12 and learning to paint from William, and she wished she still had the paintings. Anne's crafting a littler thing says she does the food mainly, and then she does the furniture with wood.
Oh, like food replica stuff?
Diana said you can make lots of dollhouse food and stuff with clay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Princess says cool.
This is the clay probably for that. Mainly out of all the clays. Maybe air dry stuff, which I haven't tried any of that air dry stuff. All right, I didn't want to start this nose without getting some clay underneath that part. So now that we got this nose on here, what I did, can you see that? I just got to look at my view.
Yeah, we can see. And
I'm going to take this stylus tool right here and poke in one of these nostrils like that. And then drag it down. See how that did?
oh, thanks, Heidi.
Yeah, I definitely love her. I'm a lucky person to have her. That's for sure. I get her to watch all my videos before I upload them, and I'll ask her, I'm like, baby, is this dumb? Did I repeat anything? Or, I critique it a lot.
Anne's crafty littler thing says she doesn't like air dry. It feels strange. Princess says I love watching people make tiny things from clay. It's amazing. And then Diana says I'm very glad you're trying this live thing, and it isn't easy, but you're doing very well and you're getting more relaxed. Hope you're having fun.
Oh yeah, I'm having fun for sure. And the more comfortable I'll get with it, I like to be able to just jump on any day, every day. I don't know, that some people would like that, probably. But it's definitely, see, I got this big, large stylus tool. When that's too, when it's too big, you just move to a smaller one. You can move clay like a smaller amounts and be less destructive, I guess. I'm just trying to get this pushed in, no air pockets or whatnot.
Black
And
Cat says her faves to make with clay are faces and fish. She still hasn't been brave enough to make angelfish, but she really wants to. And she's made a lot of koi.
Koi.
Yeah, like the big pond fish.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Daily uploads, Princess said. I think you'll do great on angelfish, Black Cat. Just go with it.
Yeah.
I'm always telling Tom if he doesn't try, he'll never know if he can do it or not.
This is true. This is looking really weird. But it's a face so far, starting to be. I want to connect the bottom of this by smashing that clay.
Oh, she's saying the anglerfish. The creepy ones with the
Oh,
lights.
yeah. Those are creepy.
Yeah, those are cool.
So I'm trying to join these two pieces together gently. Y'all let me know if my focus is ever out or anything. You can be my eyes and ears.
Quiet says it's a great way to do tutorials without editing.
Yes, this is zero work on my end. The downside to that would be someone might not want to sit 2-3 hours through or whatever it is that I wind up doing. And they just don't want to sit that long through something like that, which is understandable. We got things that we got to do.
Like schoolwork.
Yeah, like schoolwork. My wife is taking college and she's whooping it. She's getting nothing but A's, which I'm super proud of her.
Will you use glow-in-the-dark clay at Black Cat? That would be really cool.
Oh, what, the Cosclay project?
For Black Cat making the anglerfish, the one with
at Black Cat?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a very good question.
That would be cool. And Black Cat says clay shrunken heads, that is.
Or if you could even hide a power lead through that thing that hangs on the front of the fish for an LED light that's embedded in just translucent with just a pinch of white mixed in it to make it milky.
And then Anne says, I like making tiny bowls and roses the size of a match head.
Can you get me something? See that right there in the corner of that?
What?
It's that softener. Yeah.
Where?
And a paintbrush. They're over here.
Which one?
All of them. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you. Alright, I got a paintbrush here. This is something I like to do with, there's some texturing, unwanted.
At you, did you know that Kayliana Designs is a huge fan of yours?
Yes, I actually spoke with her a few times. Of course, when I go MIA, I'm not on it. I'm not really on YouTube, so it's hard for me to keep up with. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. That's another thing that kind of something I did way back in the day, because I've been on YouTube for like 9 years. Back in the day, we just ran to each other's accounts and friended and subscribed to each other, and it's really kind of cool to make your numbers go up and everything. But it messes the account up if you ever want to use it in a serious manner. Like I might not get people's subscriptions because I'm subscribed to so many people.
And then Black Cat says, yes, I might, but like Tom just said, a tiny LED would be cool too.
Yeah. Oh, that would be definitely advanced. Advanced way to go about it with the LED light. I'd like to try to do something like that. I'm thinking we could put wires inside this stuff. It's only 275 degrees. LEDs probably could survive that as well. I'm grabbing some of that nose part too, so it's part of this.
She said that she loves your work.
Well, thank you.
That was quiet again. She's talking about the other person.
Oh.
Kayliana Designs. She loves your work.
It's always surreal hearing that, to be honest. Alright, so we got something going on here. I don't know if you noticed it, but I used 3 balls to make this. And that's how I did this one over here. But this one's a little bit bigger and it's already taking its own unique shape. I don't really want to use it right now, but this is Sculpting clay softener. You can find a place to dump this.
He has a very big nose.
Yes, he's got a very big nose. It's big. Big like a pickle.
Oh no, not again.
I'm just going to put some of my softener on this lens.
Princess says, we love your work too. And then Black Cat said, I would stay 3 hours, but I doubt I could. My laptop battery would die shortly after.
Oh, I doubt I'll be here for 3 hours. I just wanted to...
And Quiet says, I see a booger.
Where? Oh, has he got a booger?
Yeah, he's got a booger.
Yes, you would be. It'd be hard to miss a booger with this. I probably should do more work with it before I break out that fluid.
See, there's this booger.
And for you, for those of you that
This nose.
if you ever use a clay softener to get rid of this roughness that you don't want, you can come back with alcohol and a Q-tip or your paintbrush and kind of paint this liquid stuff away. Like put it in the alcohol, clean it, and then get the excess off it and paint it some more. You'll remove all this moisture from it, which is just extra oils. Alright, so we're going to go with this for now. We can't let it stop us.
Quiet says, you have a pickle brain.
Well, it's from a song. Was that Sir Mix-a-Lot? Do you remember what that was? Oh, let's do the hump. He's in the song. He's like, my nose is big, big like a pickle, and that's the only part of the song I remember.
Princess says, I've got to get to bed. Good night. Good night, Princess.
Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome. So, I'm just gonna take little pieces of clay now.
Cassie V says, you two are cute. Thank you for the stream.
Thank you, Cassie.
Thanks, Cassie.
So how long is the stream so far? Does it have a...
We started at 47 minutes ago.
Okay. They probably heard that.
Diana says, gotta go. Glad I'm subscribed to know when you are live and I can watch. It is looking like this clay is a really good one, and good night for me too. Good night, Diana. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. And you know I can do this at different times. I keep making this smaller.
Any themes planned, i.e. Season 1 dragons, Season 2 trolls?
Oh, main projects, I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking about trying to do a horse.
And a dragon. You've talked about doing a dragon too.
Yeah. See, now you could take this and just work this clay kind of to each other. I really don't know what I'm going to do as far as the big project goes. But something, and I'd like to launch launch it with the membership thing. Unless I gotta change it. If you have to change your perk, they said they're gonna take weeks because of the corona thing going on. That it could take a long time for it to be reviewed again. So I probably shouldn't change anything because I'm approved and ready to go. I just gotta do an intro video. Am I in shot?
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Mhm.
And whatever it is, it'll be like you're used to the format, which would be the wire video.
Armature.
Yeah, the wire armature. I'll make it. And then it'll be the first clay and all that. But it'll be the whole session, even my boo-boos, all of it. I'll stream it because I'll try to film all that in one sitting anyway, so it makes sense to just do that. Alright, so let's move on and do some kind of mouth. I did a very simple mouth on this other one.
You have a new person, Christine. Hi, Christine.
Hi. 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 Okay. Hi. Hi. Hello. Now I'm gonna do some kind of mouth on this thing. And I'm thinking I already got a weird profile going on here. It ain't probably gonna look very accurate. Maybe we should build out that bottom jaw. Y'all. I just added a piece of clay.
Anne says she has to go also. She'll have to watch the rest later. Her eyes are almost closed. Good night, Anne.
Good night, Anne. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm just streaming for pretty much anybody. People will have to go. That's normal.
Your quiet, calming voice.
Yes, I'm gonna put people to sleep. I should get crazy. How do I even do that? There, I just gave it kind of like a chin. That's gonna be the chin I'm building out.
That looks like a toothless old man.
Toothless old man?
It does.
But I'm gonna roll out this other snake here.
Christine says it's my first time ever on a live stream and I am a big fan.
Awesome. I'm glad to have you. It's pretty close to my first time streaming. I've only done this a few times prior to this, and the way I did it this time is actually the first time I've done it. I'm not using a webcam, I'm using my DSLR cam. I think it's a DSLR. It's a Lumix DMC FC1000.
It's a Canadian camera.
I don't know if that's accurate or not. That's
And
no,
then where you got it from?
No, what it was is I thought that had something to do with the copyright, or not the copyright, but the taxes. It's not a real video recording thing because it shuts off every 30 minutes. It don't let you film longer than 30 minutes.
Did Cosclay have a learning curve, or was it really similar to Super Sculpting?
It was extremely similar to Super Sculpting. In fact, if you're used to Super Sculpting, you're ready to go with Cosclay. In my opinion, it's so similar. This clay right here has probably a little bit more tack to it. It just feels, I don't know, maybe my view is skewed because I know how nice it is. Like if I bake these pieces right here, I can bend them all around and it won't break.
The main difference is after you bake it being not as brittle, it's flexy.
Right, it's highly flexible. And also, when you bring it out of the oven, it is actually, you can handle it. Well, you're not supposed to because it's hot. But it won't crumble, so to speak. They said it has its full strength when you bring it out of the oven, which could be a big deal for some people. What am I trying to say? You still can't bend like an arm or something while it's piping hot because that'll cause it to break. But you can pick the item up, whatever it is you made, and it won't break. I'm adding more to this jaw because it's not much there. That's looking weird. Yeah, that's looking really weird. So I probably started streaming a little too late for some of the audience, but there's people all over the world that are
like me.
I could continue this too if we get to where we're feeling it's too long. Alright, I'm taking this tool right here. And am I still in a good shot?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to be very good quality, the video anyways.
Christine says, I bought clay a couple months ago, but I never used it because I'm afraid to mess up.
Oh, what kind of clay was it, Christine? Did they say?
Mm-mm. Black Cat said it's good to know. I once took a cat sculpture out of the oven too soon and the head fell off. I was able to fix it though.
Yeah, it's extremely brittle. Normal polymer clay is extremely brittle when you first pull it out of the oven. Now I'm going to take something and roll, like maybe this tool right here, and just roll towards the center to get that center of the lip started. It's kind of like I don't know if I think it's called an angel tuck. I'm not sure what it is. But right in the center on both of them, that kind of helps me line them up, and it kind of looks like how the lip would be. So this will go right here.
Quiet says you can't mess it up. Worst thing that can happen is it turns into a muddy color.
What's that?
The clay. Isn't that browning? When you bake it, it's called browning or something.
Yeah, it can become slightly discolored from baking it. But if you're following the baking instructions, you usually don't have much to worry about. It's almost impossible to burn this stuff.
Black Cat says, Christine, don't be afraid, just dive in. It's great and you will learn as you go. I've been careless and burned things sometimes. I'll just try it again.
So it's the baking part of it that's kind of freaking you out and stopping you? Or is it just the sculpt, all of it? Mainly the baking? Well, you do that. You can do that last. You can do your whole thing and then bake afterwards. So that might help you.
Yeah, you don't have to bake in stages.
No, and you can actually finish something, completely finish it and take it apart and sculpt again. So the actual thing, which is sculpting, you can do repeatedly with any kind of polymer clay. It won't dry out on you if you take care of it. Store it in the right way. This is really weird what I got going on here.
Black Cat says, I still have this bowl that used to be blue, but it came out of the oven black and bubbly. I kept it as a reminder of what not to do, not loud.
There you go. Yeah, one good mess up is I would hate messing up, but it was always a good lesson.
That's like your air dry clay. You did that.
Oh gosh.
And you
Yeah.
put it in the kiln and it exploded.
60 hours of work and that thing just went like a bomb. I had let it dry for weeks too, so I don't think it was because it was wet. I think I set it to the wrong cone or whatever, but it's definitely. How's that look? Am I not? Oh. Let's see if that looks better. The camera's not directly in front of me, y'all. It's kind of off to the side.
Christine says white modeling clay and white CLA Pomodoro clay.
I have yet to try that.
The Hope Bosses is the one that kind of scares me of messing up.
So I just basically welded that bottom lip on this thing with this tool. And I'll leave the outer part alone for now. Let's get some cheekbones on this thing. I guess we get all these parts on there and then we can start detailing it. It looks something like a face, right? They're going to be like, oh my god, this dude, he ain't even is he for real? I'm not a pro at sculpting, guys. I've just got lucky.
What'd you do to its lip?
It's too big.
And now, why does it have a dent in the bottom of its?
Oh, the both of them. Because I rolled it. I rolled the snake on a tool on the snake to help me center it.
Okay, so
Plus, you have a detail on at least your upper lip.
Yeah, not on the bottom.
Yeah, so I'll fix it.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna fake looking like I'm fixing it. We'll get something going with it. Let's see. I'm rolling out some more clay so I can do my equal amount. I always like to work in equal amounts, and you can do that by taking your little snake here. It's not in focus. If y'all want me to put it in focus, I can. But you cut that in half.
Black Cat says, yes, you are. I can't even probably ever hope to make some of the amazing things you have.
Oh, I got lucky. We'll just settle with I got lucky a few times. So what that did just now is it gave me two pieces that are somewhat equally the same. And we're gonna roll this up.
Furry, fuzzy.
I'm just rolling these two parts into balls, and we're gonna make this like a high cheekbone. See that? Right there. Let me move him out of the way. The other guy. I'll let him still peek at you. There. Reset the focus. So I'm gonna put these up here. Now they don't have to be that big. In fact, I can stop and do a reality check. I mean, is this too big? I'm making this too big. Is it going to be a caricature?
It looks like that dude off a Saw.
Yeah, Saw. But what you could do is kind of push down on it like this and work them onto it, because you're going to want to do that anyways. Work that down onto the clay a little.
Black Cat says the focus has been perfect for me this whole time.
Awesome. Thanks, Black Cat. Well, every now and then I change the focus, just to just make sure, double check with it. Okay, I got that on there. So then I'm holding it by the back of the head to help with some of this pressure. And then I can take and weld this cheek on there. Just kind of work that clay down, and just a little bit at a time though.
Christine says, I've seen a lot of tutorials on here of how to sculpt with modeling clay, but I still haven't built up the confidence to try it, and you're doing a good job so far.
Yeah, this stuff is harmless. There's really, what could go wrong? You trying this stuff. Other than enjoying yourself. It don't have to be perfect, or it doesn't have to be a commission. Just get you a little box of it. I mean, it lasts forever if you don't bake it, so you can play with it for quite a while. You'd be surprised. It'll probably be a great experience. Now I'm just going to rip a piece off, kind of freestyling it right now by not measuring. We want to fill in some of this area right here. I will, however, do both these sides at the same time. Everything I do on one side, this is like algebra. You want to do it on the other side. And don't get too far ahead on one, because then you might have to go back and you'll look and you'll be like, how did I do this? So I'm welding the bottom of that eye on, making it seamless to the rest of the little sculpture here.
Black Cat says, just play like Tom said, and if you don't like it, then you don't bake it. It's actually very calming for me, and even if my end result is bad, the feeling is still good.
Yeah, I agree. You don't have to be a pro. There's all these different levels. There's people that are just so good at this sculpting, like big name people that work with TV and everything. So there's always going to be someone probably better than you. I don't like to even look at it in terms of that. It's not a matter how good it is. It's did you enjoy it? Our neighbors are leaving.
Black Cat goes, also mushing something up to start again is satisfying. Haha.
Yeah? I think I've done it. Let's get another little piece over here. See, I can't have that too big. I probably should have did the matching thing. Match the thickness. But I think I can get it close enough. That's just building out clay in area, and you know, in an area, another area. And what I'm trying to do is take that excess clay and work it to both those items, the bottom eye and this cheek. It could be like a wrinkle though, or it could be waved in this way. It's just however much you work it in with this thing. Now, is this the only way to do this? Absolutely not. Is it even a smart way to do it? Heck if I know. But it gets really, really close. You see all these like chisel marks? They're where I'm stroking the clay, striking it, so to speak.
Donna says you're not a pro, but neither are we. We are here for the journey.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting that. I think that's how I connect with a lot of people too. They see I'm not a pro. I make it, I point it out all the time in a lot of videos. You know, I never hit, I don't get on here and pretend that I'm a pro for sure. Could I probably pull it off? Maybe. But it wouldn't feel right, so what I think, what I'm connecting with a lot of people is I'm on the same level as a lot of people. Just a normal person doing some sculpting. I started with being able to draw. I did have an artistic background. And sculpting was something I found later on down the road because I went and bought a box of clay, air dry, and also the most expensive color pencils money can buy, because I drew at the time with color pencils. So I thought, I'm going to get Prismacolor. It's the best.
Jamie says, I was told once to only compete against myself and no one else. Try to learn and improve on something each time you sculpt. Always have fun.
Yes.
And then Christine says, thanks for all the tips. What has been the hardest thing for you in the whole process of learning how to use clay?
That would have to be, the answer to that would have to be trying to figure out which medium won't blow up in a kiln, or what type of clay. Because the first few things I made all exploded because I was using something that I thought could be put in a kiln. Now, could it? Yes. Could I did it wrong? Most likely. But it was that was the hardest part. I mean, after the second thing exploded. So you see that right there? Let me focus. After the second, or I do believe the second thing blew up, I'm like, I gotta find another type of clay. And then that's when I happened to notice polymer clay. I think I did a search. And I was like, wow, this is it. It stays soft forever. I bake it in the oven. I don't have to have a expensive kiln. And I was immediately on this. You know, this type of clay. I just added a piece of clay in there where it was really, see how it's real shallow? I'm going to do that again.
But you were having with Sculpey, it being brittle.
Yeah, the Sculpey original, that white, or it comes in terracotta as well. That stuff is real brittle. You can tell it's the cheapest clay you can get, I think, out of all the brands. Because they give you a pound for, or what?
It's like 7 something, isn't it, for a pound?
I can't know, a 10-pound. I can't remember. It's super cheap, though. We'll just go with that. But it's also kind of brittle. If you get the white, it's kind of hard to see. Alright. So we got somewhat some cheekbones here, and they can still be adjusted. As you can see, I'm pushing on them. It's starting to take shape of a face.
Jamie says it's $4.99 at Walmart where she lives.
Oh, the original? Yes. It's super cheap, but it's not the greatest. It would be a good filler clay or underlayment. To be honest, I don't want any kind of polymer clay after this stuff. It's just...
It's rubbery.
I would also drive an all-electric vehicle if I had a choice, not have gasoline. Because it's the future, it's going forward. That's probably a good analogy.
Black Cat said, yeah, I used that original white for making silicone molds or a mold frame under plastic for resin. It's about $7 at her Walmart.
Okay, so I just added a little piece in there. You see that? I could get really close with this, guys. Hold on. And then just...
It's 11:31 in Puerto Rico. It's 11:32 here in Florida. We're not far from Christine. Black Cat says that is what I use the mold box when I make silicone molds so the silicone doesn't spread all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I want to do that one day. I want to make a mold of something. This is actually a little different than how I normally, well, at least how I went by with the other one. So that's interesting. I'm very adaptive when it comes to this stuff. So right here on the side of the eyes, I got this void right here. I'm not sure that's what I wanted to do. Let me cut a snake in half.
Quiet says it's 12:33 there.
Yeah, this might be like a little 2-part video.
10:30.
I'm going to add a little ball of clay in there.
Black Cat said, may I suggest using smooth on pourable silicone rubber? I tried many different kinds and loved that one the best still.
Oh, for as a mold, to make a mold?
That's what she's saying.
Okay. Hopefully I can have access to these comments and stuff. With the last video where the live comments are, I can't access that. I don't know what's up with that. It's too far away. But I just added something to the side of the eye. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if that's part of the anatomy. I'm just doing it. See, right now, hon, we're giving people something to do during a time when there's nothing to do. Very little to do. So that's always good. Alright, this bottom lip didn't have this detail here. It's not supposed to. Trying to make that disappear. You want to do as much as you can with tools before getting that fluid out.
Christine says just do what comes natural and goes right to you. You don't have to go with what is natural or the exact anatomy of things. Just go with the flow.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Unless, of course, that's my goal, is to reproduce something like a horse or an elephant. See, I have done figures and had to follow them pretty closely. Like the elephant. The elephant's probably the best thing I've done as far as accurate, doing something. Like picking a subject and actually doing that thing. Probably my best.
Quiet says this is day 46 in quarantine.
Is it? Are we already that far in?
Well, I'm not quarantined. And Black Cat says Smooth On has a YouTube also with helpful instructional videos.
Okay. I'll have to remember that.
You want me to write it down?
Just Smooth On. I'll look up everything about it.
Okay.
I know it can be complicated. They got different firmnesses of latex, and like, do you want a stiff one or a rubbery one? there's
Why do you have more Harvest Moon stuff in here?
I don't know.
Their Umu line is my favorite, and it is fun to say.
Umu.
Oh, that reminds me
Of
Charlie.
Charlie the Unicorn?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a YouTube classic right there.
That's funny.
Have any of y'all watched Charlie the Unicorn? You should. Quick, grab onto our tongues. It's strange. I'm surprised they didn't do any more with that, though. Alright, so we have somewhat of a face going on here.
Christine says nope.
Oh, haven't seen it? You might be saving brain cells by not watching it.
It's hilarious, but you will so lose brain cells.
It's worth it. I think it's
funny.
Worth it. I'm kind of crushing what I did on the cheekbones. But that's just to kind of get them to look the same. I'm trying to maintain symmetry.
Christine says I'll put it on my checklist of things to watch.
It's very, very strange. There's musicals in each one of them, and I think he even has like hidden meanings behind his movies or whatever. But it's
very abstract.
Oh, it's super highly abstract and funny. I don't know. They're probably gonna watch it and be like, "What?" I think it's great. So now I'm just putting some of this softener on there. I'm trying to take out some of this tool work. I don't know if y'all seen any of my videos. Some of y'all here have seen every one of my videos. I like to twirl this around, and it does like this refresh thing where all those tool works will be gone.
It's got chubby cheeks like me.
Yeah. I don't think your cheeks are all real chub.
Yeah, they are. I got chubby cheeks.
Now, do I need to do this at this stage? Absolutely not. You just keep sculpting and you do this towards the end when you get really close. But I'm just doing this to sake for y'all. because you may not be be tired of watching the same thing. So do something different before I die.
Are you gonna stab it in the eye?
Oh, like the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I can. It'll help embed these eyes too. Right here in the middle, very carefully, I'm going to choose good locations because you can make them look cross-eyed or crazy if you're not careful. So maybe like right here, I'm gonna stick that in there like that, and then, hey guys, did I mention that this clay has a lot of tack? The tack is great. So let me get this back in there. Oh my goodness. Now I'm watching it in lag time on my monitor. Oh my goodness. So I did one there. So now we have to be very careful, or he's gonna lose IQ dramatically if you don't do this part correctly.
Jamie says laughing out loud live is so awesome.
See, that probably wouldn't have made it to the final cut, and that's what I meant. You would get all of that, the members. I don't know who would really join, but I hope at least one person. I know my mama's gonna join. All right, so I'm not even paying attention. How is he? He's all right. I think he might even get a date like that. That's good. All right, we're good. Now we need to make some eyelids because it's just a socket and some eyes. Okay, to do the eyelids, I'm gonna roll out. Guess it. I want you to guess it. What is this? It's a snake. So what I do is I use snakes a lot. A lot of artists.
Balls and snakes.
Balls and snakes. Yes.
Ooh, it looks like it's going out of focus, babe. Or is it just I'm tired?
No, I pulled my hand away. All this cutting and stuff has been actually not in focus.
Christine says you're so funny, looking good.
Thank you, Christine.
That's why I married him.
It's in my nature to be funny.
Quiet says I will join.
Awesome. Thank you, Quiet.
Heidi. Quiet Heidi. Quiet Heidi.
Alright, so now, should I put this in focus for y'all real quick, y'all? Right here. So you see what I'm doing?
It's making me feel more sleepy. So you're gonna.
Is that a little better? It's focused out here. So hold on. These two fingers. All right. So now I'm down here, and I am
focused.
I'm flattening the side of this, and kind of dragging it like that. That's gonna make one end sharp, and the other end kind of raised up a little. So this end's lower than this end because I'm doing it on just the side of the tiny snake. Oops.
How are you gonna get them off there?
I'll use my palette knife to get these off here. And these may not even be big enough, but I've been making things too big. So I just cut it off like that. And then I'm going to take this and put it that thicker side facing down. What happened?
It just went out of focus for a second.
There, do you see how that kind of looks like an eyelid? That looks really good, actually. Right here. What's cool about using a clean HDMI output for this, for my filming device, is I can change the aperture. I can do all of that right now. I can make it darker or lighter. Normally you'd have to, turn off the video for that.
Christine says, what's the worst thing that has been for you in the quarantine, and what's the most fun thing it is to be in quarantine?
Well, quarantine for me is actually no different because I don't really leave our house. I'm here like 24/7. Um, some of you are probably wondering, why ain't you on here every day then? It's hard to actually get on here and make a video because I'm socially awkward, which you probably picked up on that a little bit. Like I stutter and ramble a lot, which I don't mean. But it's nothing different for me. But for someone else though that hasn't been quarantined or home every day and all that, I imagine it would be taxing to try to be in that situation for a long time. So any of y'all that are having to do that, hats off to y'all for being able to do it.
I'm not
I'm used to it. I'm used to it though. Yeah, my wife's not quarantined.
I'm essential.
She's essential. She works at Walmart, which is probably one of the worst places to be.
Oh, tell me about it.
Because they can go in there and infect it. That actually looks really good, y'all. This top.
Yep, same Tom. I mostly stay in and sculpt. Still going out as normal though for hiking in the woods or food shopping. That's from Black Cat.
Yeah. We just gotta try to follow the rules. Our neighbors throw a party every day, and they're older too, so I don't get it. You know what I mean? So we have these upper eyelids on here. I like them. It's adding a little bit of realism because it was just a ball and socket type deal. Now I gotta put something on the bottom one, but I don't know if I even got space. Something like that. And bring it around. Like that. Oh wow. Yeah, that looks good. Now if you remember, if you think back, for those of y'all that are dropped in just now, new, this was just a ball of clay I set on top of this piece of clay. And I built everything else around it, built it up, built it out, which is pretty cool.
Quiet says I'm disabled, so life hasn't changed much except my 14-year-old is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Teenagers usually drive me nuts anyway. And then Black Cat says, thanks for being essential. I appreciate it. Is your Walmart normally 24 hours? Mine was, and I can't wait till it is again. I normally shop around 4 a.m. Yeah, it's normally 24 hours, but it's closing right now at 8:30 because of this pandemic. For cleaning and stocking and all that. Does your Walmart have the online grocery pickup? Because I'm a personal shopper and there's a lot of people that are utilizing that service.
Yeah, she started this something new. It's called OGP.
Online grocery pickup.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get the Walmart acronyms, honey.
Yeah, online grocery pickup, where you call your order in, and
No, you go online.
you go online, and you order whatever it is.
Everything, your groceries,
Yeah, your whole
general merchandise, everything, and just pick it up curbside.
$30 limit or minimum, I think.
Yeah.
And an associate will go shop and do all that shopping for you, and then they will meet you out by your car and give it to you. Which is, I think it's kind of cool, but man, if a lot of people are using it, they're going to have as many shoppers as they are.
Black Cat says, my problem is OCD. I need to look at it and select it all myself. Laughing out loud.
Well, you can set alternatives, like if something's out, you can set like an alternative substitutes of
yeah,
what it
but
is.
I think she's referring to produce, meat, stuff like that.
You like to take your bread out and smell it?
Yes,
then put it back?
We have quality checks, so we have to check all that stuff.
You check the dates?
Yes, everything.
You do?
Yes.
Oh,
we have
okay.
to check the dates. We have to certain items have to be a certain amount of days out. Like meat, we can't pick anything that's 3 days out. It has to be 3 days or more. It can't be brown. I mean, it has to be, we have to, like lettuce and stuff, can't be any brown spots on it. So yeah, it's very picky. Christine says it's been normal for me and fun because I've been doing things I haven't been able to do in so long, but a little scared because I'm pregnant. Well, congratulations, Christine.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome.
And Black Cat says their Walmart's awful about past date stuff. It just depends on what it is at ours.
Yeah. Tell you what's bad is dollar store. You better check everything in there.
And then Quiet says, I think that way of shopping will stick after the pandemic. Yeah, we started it before the pandemic. Actually, like, I think I think it was about 6 months, actually, before the pandemic started and people were using it like crazy.
Slowly catching on.
Yeah. But we have some people that order like $500 worth of stuff, just like huge amounts of groceries and everything. So it's crazy when we walk into like 5,000 picks. It's nuts.
See, I was thinking down here, it looks a little skinny. That there's something missing. So I was trying to think of a way to build out the sides more. Maybe this is the solution.
Yeah, Dollar Tree is great for craft supplies.
That adds to the jaw. See, I have no anatomy book out in front of me or anything like that. But if I wanted to do this, try to look at it in different ways to make sure it's even. And this would be like some way for me to build out the jaw more, like so. Push it down in there, just add the clay. I don't think I'm going to do it though. What we can do is add some hair. But first, I noticed that I wanted to put more
Are you going to use your cat whiskers?
cat whiskers. No. I've been saving cat whiskers, y'all. Over the years, I have maybe 100 of them because I find them in my carpet. Believe me, these are cruelty-free cat whiskers. I can show you one picture of my cat and you can tell that he ain't been through a cruel day in his life.
Mm-hmm. He's right here beside me.
Alright, so I added more clay up here at the top as just to kind of add dimension to it. See, the more things I add to it, the more complex it'll probably look. These are still the eye socket areas. So how did I do the hair? I did the hair by bunching up something like this, just like a little square, not too much detail, and put it on like this. Mash it down on there. See, that would be like a block of hair, and you could pre-shape it how you want.
You gonna give me my mohawk?
Just
Oh.
I'm kind of.
Oh goodness, she's 6 months along and having twin boys.
Oh no, you have to do it twice.
Yeah, she's only got to do it
And
once,
she said
and
this
she
was
gets
our
2
first?
kids.
Did she say this was her first?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Was this your first, Christine, that you mentioned?
I don't think she mentioned it was her first.
This don't have to look too pretty because it's going to have a bunch of detailing on there and cutting and stuff. But I'm just pushing these on here like this. Looks like that. And I only did, on this other one, I only did something like that and I stopped. You see how that looks? But I'd like to try to make it more complete. So something like this maybe. Kinda.
Nedra says, is the screen blurry? Do I need to log off and back on?
No, I might be away from the camera. There, I reset the focus and I'm back in the area. I move around sometimes.
And Christine says, yes, these are my first kids.
Okay, so
Well, Christine, if you only wanted two, you get it all done at one time.
yeah, there's
Go through
positive
it again.
there's positive ways to look at that. I need to push this out a little bit. I don't want to mess up the head doing this.
What exactly?
I'll fill this in with clay probably. I'm just getting a basic shape of where the hair is. I guess some kind of hair. I need to weld this on, y'all.
You know how to focus again, man.
Yeah, I just redid the focus.
Okay.
So hey, you know what? It definitely looks like I got something going on here. So I'm going all the way around this, welding it down on there.
Black Cat said I had to get up and stretch. Plus, I had a couple of Andy's chocolates in the fridge calling my name. Those sound so good. Those things
Yes,
are
they
so
do.
good.
I love those. I like it when you go to Olive Garden. They give you a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yes, my candy.
Yeah, but you can buy a whole bag of them at Walmart.
Yeah, I know,
probably
and not
other
have to pay
places too.
$30 for a plate.
Right.
But I like those. I like them too. Alright, so we got the hair on here kind of welded on. And we could redefine it with like another tool like this. Where are we at?
He's got a butt cut.
So you take this right here and I can redefine that edge of the hair. Something like that. Looks good, I guess. They're like, it looks good. This looks crazy. Would he scratch you?
No, it's some kind of weird bug.
Honey, it's a beetle.
Oh my god, I hate bugs.
I'm wondering if a X-Acto knife would be better for this. This part. But we want to cut grooves into this. Down this way.
Black Cat says, oh, I love bugs, especially spiders and beetles. Every time there's a bug in the house, I freak out about, and he's like, it's just a beetle. I'm like, what kind of bug? He's like, it's a beetle.
That's an inside joke.
It's always a beetle.
Right, because every time I come, I'll come to the rescue. She'll be like, babe, what kind of bug is this? I'm like, hold on. If that's a beetle. And then babe, what kind of bug? What kind of bug? I come in there and I look and I'm like, baby, that's the beetle too. That's one of them click beetles that if you hold it down, it'll click and jump out of the way. And it's after a while, we got this new rule going. If she sees a bug and wants to know, what it is, it's a beetle.
Everything's a beetle.
Because everything so far has been a beetle.
Only bees freaked Black Cat out. Once she screamed and flew off her glasses when a bee flew into her eye.
Oh goodness, I don't like bees.
No, or spiders. You don't
They
like
tried to
spiders
kill me
either.
when I was a toddler. Bees. I got like over 150 stings. Or underground yellow jacket.
Get away from the computer, Terry.
So now they kind of freak me out. This is working way better. Holding the top of this with my finger to give it that back pressure and just kind of pushing in and dragging it up, making meaningful grooves. Actually look really good. The bottom parts. Now the top maybe not.
Almost June bug season. Yuck.
I don't even know what a June bug is. A bug in June? Is that what it is?
It's almost love bug season here.
Yeah. Florida's man-made bug. We're geniuses over here.
They were created to, they were supposed to eat mosquitoes, but yeah, they're so nasty mosquitoes won't even eat them.
Actually, nothing in nature will eat a love bug.
No, their guts.
They're not natural.
Their guts peel the paint off your vehicle.
Yes, that's very true.
They're nasty.
They're bitter to anything and everything, so nothing eats them, so they're not part of the real ecosystem. They have no predators, so to speak, except bumpers on the front of the vehicles.
June bugs are one of my favorites, Quiet. I was born in June and I love click beetles also. June bugs are beetles. I most favor cicadas though. Love the sound.
If you like clicking beetles, you probably like them pine beetles.
Oh goodness.
We cut down a couple pine trees and we got some logs out there and I was going to burn them, but I heard clicking noises in all of them.
And they're still sitting there. Bless you.
Goodness. Well, that's live. Welcome to live, everybody.
Bless you.
We are live. We can't hide sneezes here. And that's not a symptom. I'm okay.
Huge beetles with sticky feet that cling to curly hair. Oh no.
Oh, that sounds like your friend.
Oh no. You talking about somebody screaming?
Kind of getting the edge of this looking good again, where its head is.
Black cat likes bugs and snakes. Not just clay snakes, but real ones. I don't like those either. I don't like bugs, don't like spiders, and don't like snakes.
Well, I don't like any of those things that are deadly.
Or bees. You don't
Or
like
hyper
bees.
aggressive.
You don't like deadly spiders.
No. Like in Australia, there's a spider called, I guess they nickname it the slasher. Because it'll literally chase you down and just bite you repeatedly. The name is enough to give it away. It's like, whoa, you don't want anything to do with slasher. Maybe a music group or something, but not a spider. And I will run screaming from a spider. Because, I don't want to die.
You'll run screaming from a banana spider, honey.
Oh. But them banana spiders are totally evil looking. They are scary. It might just be me. Alright, so let's...
Then you would have freaked out here when a 6-foot rat snake was going over my head in the tree branches over my porch. Whew. Mm-mm.
Alright, I just made this shape real quick. I'm going to try to plug it in this hole. Right here. Now all those are together. And you just take something to stab it. like this, we would just do a bunch of stabbing. You know, welding them pieces together too.
Is that like a kid and play haircut?
Yeah, I guess. Let me try something smaller, like this. Alright, that works way better. It's kind of giving like a coral reef look to it, but we could just say that that's the hairstyle.
Black Cat says banana spiders are awesome. Got a video of one or more on my channel. I even looked after an egg sack of one all winter and watched them hatch.
Oh, that would be cool, filming something like that. Just saying. Now, what's really cool about this, what I'm doing right now, guys, with this Cosclay, any of these fine little pieces or whatever, if you bake it, it wouldn't come crumbling off. They would actually be flexible. So that is, in itself, enough, reason enough to make the switch. I mean, they're not paying me to say any of that or anything, It's just, I've had things break on me, so I want something that's indestructible, nearly indestructible. And of course, nothing is indestructible completely, you know what I mean? That it's just not going to happen.
And Black Cat said it was a rabid wolf spider. They're awesome too because they carry their babies on their back after they are born.
I took a picture of a mama wolf spider with all her babies on her. I think she was getting water. I had to look through all my photos, all 90 million of them, and double check, but...
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? That was a good photo, honey. Because it wasn't scared of me, so when I actually got down on the ground, got on its level. Get on my level. And took the pictures.
Are you trying to sleep, Tigger? Too bad.
So I didn't want to do this whole top with this hair thing because it's kind of like a demonstration, but you see how that looks? Looks kind of good. Now this is a flat top though. Obviously, if you wanted to do something, I always think. I'm always thinking here. Where's that? I had a...
Christine says, looking weird right now, but what are you trying to do there?
Well, I was trying to follow this thing I already did over here. Hi. How you doing? I'm a weird sculptor, but I'm weirder. Yep. There's a delay. There's a delay out there. So I was just trying to follow what I already had, just for the sake of staying true to the thumbnail. But I had a box, or not a box cutter. Baby, where is that? Do you see right here in front of me?
What are you looking for?
X-Acto knife. I was wondering if I could take this right here and see how this is kind of a basic thing. Well, if you wanted to do something more complicated, couldn't you just cut down like this and then maybe over here? And pull that around like that. Look at that did. What? So let's take this again. Make sure you're in focus. And do some detail back inside because it's smoothing in there. Just drag it up like that. Long, even.
She says, okay, I see what you're trying to do there.
Yeah, just add
Crazy hair.
detail to it. How could we add detail to this fast and easily? And I think that does it, because even in here I'll take and support this with my thumb maybe and gently just, that's working, isn't it? Am I in focus?
Yeah.
Kind of go like that. cool. They could be bent. However, now when that's baked, it'll be pretty strong. There, just like that. Just exploring a different, like a technique. Because I don't have one yet. I don't know how I do locks of hair. I imagine that's a cool way to add a little more depth and realism. Because, you know, I use shapes. I sculpt with shapes. So the end result, you don't want it to look like it was sculpted with shapes.
Donna says, do you watch other YouTubers like Ace of Clay? I've
Yes.
gotten lots of tips from him.
Yes, I watch Ace of Clay. He does what I do, but I think his channel's a lot better, to be honest. He's got music and he's really good with his editing, and his speed is unreal. I have no idea how this guy can kick out so much content so quickly. I mean, even if I was full-fledged in it to win it, I don't think I could do it as fast as him. He's really, really good. I don't know if he has people helping him with the editing and all. I doubt it, you know what I mean? Most YouTubers just check this alone. But some of the bigger channels, they can afford to have a team with them. Someone filming and editing and stuff. Which, yeah, that would free up a lot of time. But you have to be making enough money to pay somebody. And I can't even pay myself.
I was going to say, are you going to pay me for this?
Yeah, the years of allowing this to go on without saying go get a job because this ain't working. Yeah, I owe you big. But you know, this is our joint. We're both a part of this and responsible for this. So if it gets big, it's for both of us, honey. You've been here all this time.
Yeah, before the channel and after the channel, I'm sure.
I hope so. Am I staying in a shot?
Yeah.
For the most part. So we got its face is a little rough, but I could do that smoothing technique that I do. And we got the nose is really close. Looks kind of cool. Got a little chin here. So everywhere you see, like you take right here, you just take this tool and try to get it close. Work the clay around. It needs wherever it needs. And that's completely subjective. Like y'all might be seeing something right now and thinking, God, I hope he fixes that one thing right there. Just do it. So it just depends on who's looking at it and who's judging it. I'm sure other artists are probably cringing right now. What are you doing, Tom? I'm winging it. That's what I'm doing, is I'm winging it. But it looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Now I'll take this, go strokes like this, really gently, and you can work out all that weird dimples or either some of them, all of them, or a few of them, depending on how much you do it. You'll take that away, then you can start texturing.
You get rid of the boogers.
It's not really boogers, it's just the tooling. We're getting rid of the tooling. Get it looking a lot closer, then you come back and you can texture some fine wrinkles, fine lines.
Christine says, I'm on board with you winging it and just go for it no matter what anybody says. Hashtag just wing it. And then Black Cat says, are you going to remove it from the stick after baking? I would assume so, but my mama said to never assume. Winky face.
Actually, I didn't even know if I was going to be baking it or not. Y'all want me to bake this and show it in a future stream? Like how it turned out? I can do that.
You know what would be really cool?
What's that?
If those were eraser material.
Oh, like an eraser
like
topper?
Like a sculpted eraser material. You could have like the pencil topper.
Right. It would have to be a different product because
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cosclay is not intended for erasers, I don't think.
And Christine says, yes, bake it.
We could sure try to see if it erases
you're
some.
winging it, you're still flying. Donna said.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good
And Black Cat said, yes, it's up to you, and yes, those would be cool erasers.
It would be something custom, and I could probably pour them and.
Jamie says, do you find that the clay softener removes detail in your sculpture as well as the tooling?
No, that's a good question. Is this removing the details? Actually, I don't think so. I don't think it is at all. It's removing the roughness of this. See, when I take this tool and I strike it and I just move it like that, it makes little channels, which makes it some kind of texture. It's getting rid of that very well, but I'm noticing, like, this piece of clay, can you still see the definition of this? It goes, the edge of the brush, it goes out like that, comes around. That's still there, like well there. And for me to try to get rid of it with this brush, it seems like I wouldn't be able to do that. And of course, I'm running it dry now because it's absorbing. It's still in the brush a little bit, but it's absorbing. So this is actually get that out of the way. I think it's something you have to actually mess with and gauge
cool.
as you go.
Walmart and Target online both say they have a bakeable eraser clay.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Like do a little review thing on it?
You're going to have to get some of that.
Just for the sake of it being an erasable material. Because this is a better flexible material for sure.
Are you going to name the sculpture or not?
This one? Am I going to name this one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know. This is nothing special. Does it seem like a name? Does it scream out to you? Is there any kind of name that kind of screams out to you?
Sculpey has an eraser clay. I'm going to have to get you some.
Yeah, I guess I can do a little quick review video on it. I'm supposed to be trying other things. Like other art. I want to try other art too. Like, did y'all know I can crochet? Stuff like that. My mama taught me. I'm left-handed. She's right-handed. It's easier, if I think, for somebody left-handed to learn from somebody right-handed because they sit in front of you mirrored. But like if I was going to learn how to do a guitar, I'm guessing it would be easier. So I added more of that solution on here, and I'm really starting. If you don't notice, I'm painting it into focus because it was rough everywhere, and it's really making it look like a finished sculpture. And you can do that, then come back and do real fine lines. See how nice that's starting to look in there? Like right here?
Black Cat says crochet is awesome. I never learned, but I do cross stitch, and yeah, I don't know what that is. Kumahimo. I like to cross stitch too. And
yeah,
then
my wife cross stitches.
Christine says Fred or Marky would be good names.
Fred. I think that's cute because back when I did that air dry clay, I made this big green thing, and I asked my wife to name it. I'm like, what do you think its name should be? And she's like, Frederick. I thought that. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So that's funny that you're saying Fred. This brush, I love nylon brushes for polymer clay because it's plastic on plastic. And if you can't tell, it's not leaving hardly any unwanted marks on this, and it's actually doing really, really nice. And see how intricate your brushing can be? Like I'm just grabbing that upper lip right there. I don't know how well you can see that. I guess you can see it pretty well.
I am so buying this.
Uh-oh, what's she buying?
I'm buying this Sculpting eraser clay.
Okay, order it. We'll do pickup. Guys, I guess I'm getting Sculpting eraser clay. So thanks for this suggestion. The boss lady thought that would be a cool. I can mess with something. Just for the fact that it's an eraser material, because Cosclay is right now, in my opinion, the best flexible clay. I just have to say that. Until it proves me wrong or does me wrong, which I'll be honest about it, you know.
Yeah, you can make me some cool erasers for my pencils.
Okay, I have to get a mold of one of your.
And maybe Cody and Aiden, you can make some for them too.
Something. It should be clay-like material.
Aiden would love a sloth eraser.
I don't know. That sounds like a pro thing to make.
Black Cat says, oh gee, I created a monster. Glad I could help though.
See, I need alcohol in here.
Christine says, good, more entertainment for the both of you guys to do together.
Yeah.
It would be him doing all the work. I'm just watching.
Yeah, I can do just a little simple thing just to try it out. I don't want to. I got the best stuff right now that you can get, that you can't get really. Is that blacking out on me? I saw black flashes over there. Then you just take your tool to redo your edges of your hair if you got up in there on accident.
I think you got some on his nose. Some liquid.
Yeah. I need alcohol. Like a little cap of alcohol. A little cup.
Do we have any?
I don't know. We might not have alcohol.
You ain't gonna find any either because it's used to make hand sanitizer.
Well, that's more important than something for sculpting. But it looks like we got a face here. It's way different than this other guy.
Yeah.
Let's get him out here. Oh, you found some.
There's some.
Can you get me, like, maybe take that lid off? And upside down. Just smooth a little mushroom that I've had for years and didn't bake. Does it got stuff in it? There, that lid's clean. They're fine. Alright, I just poured alcohol into this lid. And you take your nylon brush, this stuff gums up.
Black Cat says, I have 3 huge bottles of alcohol, but too bad you weren't closer. I'd let you have one.
Thank you.
You got it.
I got it. You take the brush and you just stick it in there and at an angle just turn it. They're pretty resilient, I found, these nylon brushes. Of course you can't let like acrylic paint dry in it or something. But it'll let me get this. I always double check the focus just in case. But I can take this stuff right here, this alcohol, brush off the excess, and start brushing it again, like right here in this nose area, just like this. And that will start absorbing some of that loose stuff, that's that film that's getting on there. You can get that off again. Just go like this and remove it again. Just an idea. But you could use the brush to press down in areas and use it like fingers. And you can really get it.
Black Cat says, glad you found some. Ever notice even if you try to face the same, it inevitably takes on its own personality? I love that about sculpting faces.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was trying to follow the other one pretty close. This is nowhere near close as that other one.
And then Christine says, who's your favorite painter of all time?
Painter?
Painter.
Oh, probably Salvador Dali. He's kind of an influencer. That and H.R. Giger, which he recently passed away. That's the guy that did the Matrix, the Machine City scene. He did the vomit creature in Poltergeist. He did Aliens. I do believe Predator. I'm not quite sure on Predator, but he's did a lot of real big movies and a lot of crazy looking art. Very crazy looking art. But so is Salvador Dali.
Yeah, we were just talking about going to that museum.
Yeah, I'd like to see his museum, to be honest. I drew my own little melting clock once. Or melting quarter? It's in my drawings video. It's an old video, hard to find. I want to redo that, by the way, my drawing video, and make it 4K. I actually have a drawing that I really like, and I was thinking maybe I can do like a journey where I show the drawing and then I zoom in and we just go across it and I talk about it. I thought that could be a calm inducing video. There. So if his eyebrows seem too big, you can kind of crush things down like this. But we got this nose. I kind of like the side view of it. There's a lot of definition in there. It goes way in. Bottom lip hanging. This is actually pretty cool looking, I think. Now my tool's a little too thick, so I couldn't get the neck area thinner. Which I suppose a way to get around that is use a smaller device to hold it. Or build out more with the face. Like if I needed to build out more with his face, I could take and roll a piece of my clay out on the thinnest setting and just run a whole piece and then weld it on, run another whole, just pat it out piece by piece. It should follow those contours but just grow in size.
Christine says, I agree with you, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's nothing like spectacular, but it's kind of cool looking. I think anyways. And thank you for letting me know. So how long have we been live?
2 hours.
2 hours to do this. It's not that much detail, y'all. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but... So what do you think? You think I'm only 2 hours worth of work?
You're going to be on your own here soon.
Yeah. I think I will wrap this up, I guess, guys. I did probably a little better than this one. I don't know. What do you think? They're definitely different.
Arturo says, "Don't sell yourself short. This was super cool."
Yeah, it's, what would you call this? A little clay sketch? It's like nothing serious. I think sculptors call them sketches too, where you just do something quickly. I would love to do a lot of that actually, if it didn't drive people crazy. Like it doesn't. I don't think it has to always be a big professional project, like this big, just crazy thing.
Christine says, "Art takes time. We can't rush with it." And
No.
Jamie says, "Reminds me of a husband and wife, stylized characters. Enjoyed watching your work."
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Um, but no, it's just it's something that can be watched. Maybe it's my style. Is it completely accurate? Probably not, but
Black Cat says they both look great.
it's come a long way. I used to just do a lot. The first thing, which was the shape of the nub, I would like carve a face onto it, so it'd be very two-dimensional, so to speak, if that makes sense. But this is starting to really pop out in dimensions. Like the nose comes out, the bridge, the eye areas are bulked out, the cheeks. We got somewhat of a chin. Maybe this could be. This is probably the most realistic thing. Accurate, I think, as far as heads. I haven't done human heads at all. But I like the.
Quiet says husband and wife, call them Missy and Tom, haha.
Yeah, y'all can call me Missy and Tom.
That's what they named the two things. They said they look like husband and wife.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so which one's... I guess I'm the bigger one, huh?
Yeah, your head's a lot bigger than mine.
Hey, hon, do you
Yeah.
like my hair?
You got
This is a
peanut head.
bad representation of me because I'm bald.
Uh-huh. You better cut all that hair off.
So you would be like, you know that ain't you. You know you ain't got no hair.
Just put the hair on my head and that'll be more realistic.
And then let's give them a kiss. Oh, they like each other. I just lost 10 subscribers. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh no, I just watched myself do that. I'm so stupid. I got a 10-second delay or better, so I can see everything I do
10 seconds later.
10 seconds later. Yeah, that's what that means. But listen, guys, we've been on here a couple hours. I feel like I think I'm back into the hang of it. This was I had a target thing I wanted to do, a tiny little head sculpt. This looks like a little head to me. Oh, he ain't got no ears. Oh. We gotta go a little longer and make some ears. I was just fixing to quit.
Well, since that one's you with the peanut head, you better put some pretty but good sized ears on them.
Well, I'm working on it. Not real big. You're making me second guess here. Grab some more clay. I'm going to roll out another snake. We're going to make some really quick record-breaking ears.
Arturo says ears.
And cut that snake in half. You can always check it by putting them together along their cut. I like to just cut it again.
Quiet said I just laughed out loud, literally.
Why? What happened?
Christine says, Jaja, my fiance just died laughing when you did that little sketch moment with you guys being the sculptures.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, because they're on. Alright, so here, look at that. An ear. Hold on, let me check this. Let me check the focus. That's my job. I gotta make sure I'm in focus all the time. I'm the sculptor, animator, cameraman. Alright, so I got this little thing. It's the ear. It's a snake I cut in half to get 2 equal amounts. And it's kind of teardropped but flattened. You see all the angles on that? And we got good tack. So I'll stick this like that. Boom. Boom. Say boom. There's the ear right there. So we're going to roll this other one. Watch me do it. It was a snake. I messed it up. Look, it was like this. There was a snake. Alright, so I roll it up into a ball first. And then teardrop it a little bit. That means pinch just half the ball. Kinda. You want to get it close to that. It's going to grow when I squeeze it, but squeeze kind of the top of it, but not much of the bottom like that. I don't know, it's hard to explain. See how they're kind of the same now? So let's put that ear over here. Or down here. No, I'm joking. Hold it in different positions. Like this. And it gives you a good... Like you'll know your level this way, but now you gotta hold it this way. Okay, it looks good. And then kind of this way. Just get it from different angles. Like that. That way.
You're all in one.
Yeah, because if you look at it this way, down here, it's all even now. Where one could be up high, it's like an optical illusion. So now we're gonna take my other stylus. What happened? Oh, it's just delayed, huh?
Yeah, you were up too high.
All right, so I'm going to, with this size stylus, I'm going to. Oh, by the way, there was a line running across that. That was kind of dumb on my end. I could have rolled this into a cleaner ball first and not had that on there. But I'm going to poke this in like that just to kind of get it in there and on. This looks cool. Adding these ears just made this cooler. It's adding more dynamics to it where now I got ears coming off of it. And I'm just going to come up like this way with it. And I'm staying off that rim right there because it's going to give it that earlobe or ear part. These don't have to be complicated, I don't think. So let's do that on this side. I come up here real slowly. You move clay slowly with a stylus tool. At least I'm telling myself that because I'm learning as I go. I don't want to try. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. This is just kind of like a entertainment channel. I wouldn't even consider myself a teacher at this. But we got some kind of little thing. Maybe I can poke it in there, right there better, to give it a hole.
Are you gonna put some hair sticking out?
No. No, I've done that. That's a pretty good ear right there, though. Now, the smallest, I'll take the smallest stylus tool, and let's really test this close up. Let's get a really good, let's close this with a good shot. Alright, I should be in focus. I am 3 inches away from this lens to this camera. Oh, by the way, I'm using Camlink from Elgato. It allows me to use this DSLR or Handycam or mirrorless camera as a webcam, which webcams are really, really terrible in quality. They just are. Alright. I guess for the backside, just do the same thing. A little bit.
Quiet, it says hair in the ears.
Yeah, I did a sculpture like that. I can't remember what it was. I think the Random Sculpt project. I did something like ears. It actually don't need to be that close, I don't think. Yep, the idea right here is to move as little as clay as possible. You can go back in the other direction to take away some of the tooling. And then right here, take this thing. Maybe even with alcohol instead of the gook. That's an option. You know, you can use alcohol instead of clay softener to remove some of this stuff. And here I would go like this. give him a little ear tickle. Tickle his ear a little bit. Now I'm going to get some of the clay softener. Just a little. Oh goodness. Or a lot. But that's alright. I removed it earlier, if you remember. And that's the thing. Taking it off, putting it on. Taking it off, putting it on. Carving lines for texture. Removing them. Erasing them. Adding them again. Removing them a little. You just keep doing that, and eventually you get the final look, whatever it is you're trying to go. That looks really cool. This is the smallest little creature thing I've ever made.
Black Cat says I always use rubbing alcohol instead of clay softener. That's why I bought so much.
Yeah.
Quiet says nearly 2 a.m. Good night, all.
Okay.
Good
Hope I didn't keep you up too late. Thank you for coming by, Quiet. And thank you for the super chat. That was very generous of you and very much appreciated. Thank you for that support. See you next time. I'm going to be doing some streaming, so before long you'll be like, oh God, is he doing it again? But I appreciate any and everybody who drops in on these. I mean, you might not always be able to make them, make it to it while it's running, but they'll be in the back catalog. You should be able to watch it. I'll watch them too because I wanna try to get better at streaming. Like, all right, what did I do? What did I do in this stream that I could do better? Did I do a lot of stuttering, off topic, rambling? I know I ramble, so kind of doing that right now. But we're pretty much done here. He has ears now. Now look at him. Let's look at him. That's pretty cool looking. It looks like art to me. It's something. You can come back and make his ears go out further or droop down like this. Just give him a little touchy. A little tappy. Just a little bit at a time. See how that looks like that?
Black Cat's got 20% left on her battery.
Yeah. It's running a little late. Some people probably just tuned in. Some people has probably been here the whole time.
Yeah,
But anybody that showed up, I appreciate you for checking this out. If you're not subscribed, maybe you can subscribe or check out the channel if you like the content, then subscribe. Don't just subscribe. But we're gonna go ahead and call this an end to this. I did what I said I was gonna come on here to do. I might finish poking the top of this off camera, but it's pretty much everything here you see me do, literally. So there's only a little more that need to be done, like underneath the chin. Oops. But yeah, we did a little quick little sketch here. And
quick.
yes, not okay. It's 2 hours to do this, but look what I got as far as detail. Now this might not be what you're trying to do yourself. Obviously, you're going to do your own style and whatever it is, but to get this amount done in just 2 hours, I think that's pretty good for a not professional.
Arturo said, "Poke it. We got to see the poke."
Poke it.
Black Cat says, "Well, good night. Spent all my YouTube time watching you, so no other vids or channels were watched tonight. Well, worth my time, though. Sleep well to you both."
Well, thanks for spending it with me.
Good night, Black Cat. Thanks for
Good night,
hanging out
y'all.
with us.
Yeah, I'm going to close out this video. That's pretty much it for this. I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to hang out with me and my wife during this live stream. Keep your eyes open for that membership thing. I really hope a few of you can join that when it happens. It would be extremely supportive to the channel, and just
Poke the hair. You're really getting Somebody's wanting you to poke the hair.
Oh, poke the hair?
Good night, Christine.
Yeah, I'll just be doing this for like 2 days. Just
I'll get that eraser clay to him as quick as I can.
just kind of poking this, but I'll bake this and show y'all in a future stream or in a follow-up video or something, because this is kind of cool. I like it.
All right.
But thank you guys for showing up. I'm gonna call this the end of this little stream. It was wonderful having you guys here. Everybody stay safe, and I will see you here again soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. They're like, what? You said it differently. No, you gotta say it. Alright, so just go to OBS and then stop streaming.